Okay, back with Takus, and we're continuing with my Jim Lee collection. I really hope you're enjoying this content. If you've stayed with the video series up to this point, I imagine you are. um, so yeah, hopefully you can just like, subscribe, and just share my content with other people who are into this kind of stuff. If you're a Jim Lee collector, I'd love to um, hear about which books are in your collection and which are your favorite, which ones you have graded, signed. It's kind of cool because I follow the hashtag Jim Lee, and I see so many awesome signature books and like covers of Jim Lee, and when I see something I didn't realize was out there, it makes me want to add it to my want list. So things I mentioned before, there are books that I'm looking to add to the collection. I obviously want to collect the missing comics in all of these runs: the Alpha Flight, the Punisher War Journal, his Conan, the Conan comic that he did, as well as the Uncanny X-Men, the holes in that run. And now we're heading to X-Men. There's a lot of holes in this one as well, but these ones I'm not as worried. They're not really they're not really out of my price range at this point. I could, if I wanted, I could probably just go to my LCS and pick up copies of them. They're generally under $5 for the most part. These X-Men ones, yeah, you can get them for like $3 if you're lucky. Generally though, if they're high grade, you're looking at in the range of $10. I think you're overpaying if you're paying $10, because these were massively produced books. So and there are a lot of variant covers as well. So you're just talking about but okay, so I am missing some of the covers. I don't have all of them. I have this one here. I have 2 copies of the gatefold, which is really the cover that I want. I don't necessarily need all the other variants and whatnot, but I do have to pick up the variants, just one of each, just to have them, because I think I do remember having like 2 or 3 of them when I was collecting. I don't have those issues anymore. And this is number 2, really cool Magneto cover. 2 copies of that. And we have number 3, 2 copies of that. Then we have 6. So I'm missing Omega Red and Omega, the second appearance of Omega Red. So 4 and 5 I haven't picked up. Those are pricey books, especially the first appearance of Omega Red. I think, I don't know why it's priced so high. Omega Red's a great character, but it's not like he's I don't know, I feel like he's popped up here and there, but it's not like he's one of the main X-Men villains. So it just, I think there's a lot of maybe some speculation around him coming when when X-Men come to the MCU, that he may be one of the villains. But that book, that first appearance of Omega Red and the second appearance, they're just really sort of priced at a range where it's a little perplexing, even though it is a first appearance. It's just The fact that it's so popular is weird. But anyway, hopefully, that's my hope is it'll go down in price and then I'll eventually be able to pick it up. But okay, we have 6, we have 7, we have 8. And then I get more into these. So these are sort of like from the last part, from the Uncanny X-Men run. I have 2 copies of this and then a copy of the 268. And I must really like this Storm cable cover because this is, I think, yeah, so I've got more copies of that, which you saw. So I have, I think, 3 copies of this one, 3 copies of this one, and 3 copies of this one. And this one happens to be a newsstand cover, which is kind of cool. So yeah, a lot of doubles, some triples of the X-Men run. For me, if I can find these issues around $2 or $3 and they're high grade copies, I will pick them up. Yeah, I will pick them up. I'll even pick them up for, even if they're like in the maybe $5 range as well. If they're really high grade copies, clean copies, I'll pick them up. And they're plentiful. You know, you do run into them quite frequently, but that's just what I collect. So for me, like, obviously I want to collect the you know, Silver Age, Bronze Age books, and some of the older Spider-Man and so older Superman and all those things. I want to collect all those things, but those are things that are just sort of unattainable for me. Like, if, you know, what's the point of having like, I mean, to have like a really key Spider-Man book from the Silver Age, that's kind of cool. But to try and collect that entire run or to try and collect, you know, like Golden Age or Silver Age books is just, for me, like, I just don't have that budget. It's a fool's errand. I just don't even want to go down that path. Those are great. I would obviously love to have those books, but in terms of my collection, my personal collection, I'm focused on picking up Jim Lee books and having my Jim Lee collection really as expansive as possible. So there's a lot of Jim Lee stuff to collect, and it's still relatively cheap. And so that's where I'm going to focus my energies. And having said that, this is the caveat to collecting Jim Lee, and I'm sure, well, I'll cover this in the next video. So that's part 4. And in my next video, I'll cover sort of the issue of collecting Jim Lee books, and we'll cover that in our next video.